Welcome back to the series where I try to beat The Witcher 3 only using my fists. Here are the rules. Last time we dealt with the Bloody Baron mostly, check out the video, and now we are supposed to find his wife. In the last video I also mentioned the quest with Keira in the cave, and that I don't know how to approach it because we'll have to fight some enemies that regenerate HP in there, but I think I have a plan for that too. But I'm not gonna tell you what that plan is yet, cause we have to level up a bit first, and I also need watch time. So I pick up this Witcher contract put out by this woman who wants me to clear her house of monsters. Alright, how hard can it be? I'm literally a monster killer. So I make my way to the manor, and oh my god, there's my boy. Look, I know that Letho almost got us killed in the last game, but look at him, he's jacked. How can I be mad at Noel Dizel? He is on the run from the government because he committed tax fraud, and would you look at that, perfect timing, the IRS just showed up. So we beat them up, and then beat up some more people, and then some more people, but eventually he seems to have beaten the tax fraud allegations, but just to make sure, we tell him to hide at our home. So Geralt technically is now an accessory to tax fraud. Add that to the list. After this we go visit the Bloody Baron's daughter, Tamara in Oxenford. She tells us she doesn't want to go home, and that's perfectly understandable considering her dad kinda did beat her. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I spent a lot of time thinking of a stupid joke I could put here, but I have nothing, so we're just gonna leave. But now I think it's time to finally reveal the plan that I have to deal with the Wild Hunt Hounds. Try saying that really fast. Wild Hunt Hounds, Wild Hunt Hounds, Wild Hunt Hounds. You know, in the battle for Kaer Morhen, you can close the portals the Wild Hunt used to spawn using Dimeritium bombs. Well, it just so happens that those hounds use similar portals to spawn, so you're probably thinking what I'm thinking. Hopefully I can close those portals before the hounds spawn. So I go buy the Dimeritium bomb formula from this little guy that 100% doesn't host criminal operations in his basement, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I did kinda pussy out a bit here, because when I did this I was pretty low level, so instead I decided to go to Novigrad to find Triss. As soon as I enter the city, I witnessed two guys getting burned at the stake, which should be the standard punishment for liking Genshin Impact. I mean, honestly, what the fuck is wrong with you if you like that game? I then make my way to where Triss lives, but instead of a half-naked sorceress, I find two blokes looting her house, and of course I couldn't let that stand, so I quickly beat them. I say quickly, but it did take me a while though. Oh my god, these guys are so tough. What? You're literally level 10, what the fuck? But before moving on, if you like this series, I would like to ask you to leave a like and a comment, because that's the best way you can show your support, and also that's how YouTube decides whether or not your video is worthy of the algorithm. Thank you. After this we wait for a common Romanian event to happen. I'm talking about stealing. It's fine, I'm Romanian, I can joke about this. And then we follow the thief to the King of Beggars, which coincidentally is also the official title of the Mayor of Paris. Here we meet with Triss, and she takes us along for a job she has, and at one point we end up in this cellar with one singular drowner. The fight with the drowner isn't too hard, except that at one point he just lays down on the ground doing nothing, and I can't hit him, and I just had to wait like 2 minutes until he got up again, only for him to go back down again. What the fuck is this guy doing, man? Get up, man, please, get up! After this we get to kill some rats with Triss, and also threaten a fat guy, but not before we beat up his friends. Then Triss tells us to talk to a Renomancer, whatever the fuck that means, and she's apparently in a haunted house. So we go there, but we quickly discover the house wasn't haunted, and it was all in Lehed instead. But after this I think I'm finally ready to meet with Keira, and I make my way to the cave, and we enter it. And I have to be honest, I was kinda nervous whether or not my plan was gonna work, but we make our way through the cave. Sorry if it's dark, but it's literally a cave. Eventually we finally get to the portals, and it doesn't work. Fuck. Or, yeah, it does work, you just have to throw the bombs just as Keira starts performing her magic. But there is another problem. You see, There are 3 portals and I only have 2 bombs. Luckily you can also use Yrden to close the portals, but it did take me a few tries because, I don't know, it just didn't close sometimes. But after this, things are pretty straightforward, and the fight with Nithral, who, by the way, looks like the biggest edgelord ever, is pretty easy, but surprisingly the hounds didn't cause me that much of a problem. They were actually pretty easy to beat. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you like it and didn't see the other 2 parts, they're here on the screen, but I will see you soon. Goodbye.